What's going on, friends? Logan Myers here for Cinephellas.com, and it's Halloween. Happy Halloween to all of you ghouls and ghosts out there. Thank you for partaking in this month of 31 Days of Horror right here on our YouTube channel. It's been a blast talking about my favorite horror films, some movies, I'm watching for the first time. So thank you for watching, participating, and, subscribing to our channel. When I think of Halloween, there's one movie that comes to mind, one iconic film that sets it apart from the rest. I'm talking about Ernest Scared Stupid. I'm talking about John Carpenter's artistic masterpiece, 1978's Halloween, the film that set the bar for many years to come. For many aspiring filmmakers like myself, we study this film from start to finish. It's just a classic in many ways. In terms of the camera work, the score, the actual actors in the film, and the premise, and setting up this iconic killer, Michael Myers. So Halloween takes place. We have a young Michael Myers. He's at his house. His sister's making out and screwing around with her boyfriend, and you kind of see the point of view through Michael Myers' eyes, behind his mask. And going upstairs for the famous kill scene with the knife and killing his sister, and really setting up the rest of the film. Michael comes out of the house with the mask, and he has the knife that's all bloody after killing his sister. And his parents show up at the house. Michael, what have you done? So fast forward in the film, we have a group of babysitters, the main one being Laurie Strode, played by a young Jamie Lee Curtis, Annie, and Linda. And basically, they're high school students. It's Halloween. Laurie notices a man outside the high school window. She's in class. She looks out and sees a guy with a white mask in a car just staring up at her. And, her friends want to, load up on Halloween and party and get laid, and Laurie's stuck babysitting. She doesn't want to. She's kind of a intellect where she studies all the time. She doesn't really care about boys. She just cares about her studies and making some money babysitting. So it's Halloween night, and Laurie and her friend Annie are going over to babysit some kids. So Laurie ends up watching the other kid while Annie goes to meet up with her boyfriend so she can screw around and have fun on Halloween. So Laurie's watching Tommy and the other little girl, and Tommy's like, well, there's a boogeyman outside. Boogeyman. He's looking out the window. And Laurie's like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. And she looks out and doesn't see anything. And so one by one, Laurie's friends start getting killed, and she's noticing and coming across the dead bodies and obviously freaking out and trying to figure out what has happened. And then we have Dr. Sam Loomis in town, played by the famous Donald Pleasence. Laurie, get your ass away from there! Dr. Sam Loomis, the knowledgeable old man that he is, coming to town, and he's had to, watch over Michael Myers over the past 15 years since he was a young kid, and behind those eyes are the devil's eyes. And, telling, Sheriff Brackett, the cop in town, about Michael Myers, and, he's escaped, and he came back to Haddonfield to finish what he started. Dr. Loomis is also, telling about Michael Myers and, how he killed his sister when he was a young child. Over the years, he became less human. He didn't talk. He just sat there staring off into space at the wall, emotionless. Didn't care about anything, and until he's older and he escaped. And going into Halloween towards the end, Laurie is coming across the shape, is that what they call it in the film, the shape, which is Michael Myers, and trying to survive. And she comes across Dr. Loomis that's actually looking for Michael Myers to put him back and kill him after escaping, because he knows what Michael Myers is capable of doing. And with great sequences in the film towards the end in the house, with Laurie going against Michael Myers, and some just great shots of, Michael at the top of the stairs, or he's in the closet, he breaks down the closet trying to get Laurie, and she hits him in the eye with the clothes hanger, or with Michael just coming into the shot from the dark, closet. There's just a dim light, and you can just see the white mask right behind her, and him going down to cut her with the knife in the arm. Just a lot of great scenes, and it really builds that suspense and that horror that makes this film so great and stand out. It made other filmmakers kind of copy this way of filmmaking by John Carpenter. He just had a great way of building suspense, and not to mention Dean Cundey with the cinematography, and Tommy Lee Wallace, the production design, just making this film scary as shit. They kept it simple, but it was so suspenseful and horrific. You know, it's a movie that still creeps the shit out of me. And with that being said, you know, Halloween is one of the greatest horror movies ever made, in my opinion. It's one of my favorite movies next to The Lost Boys that I just recently talked about. And that's what makes Halloween so great, is John Carpenter with this story, him and Debra Hill putting together this story, you know, around Halloween and this evil entity that, you know, came back and grew older and got more evil and, you know, trying to finish what he started and killing anyone in his path. And, you know, there's been other films like this, but this one stands out just because of the way that it's shot, the way he has these characters and how they're going against this evil, and you don't know if it's superhuman, or if it, you know, if Michael Myers can die or not. You know, leading up to the end where Sheriff Brackett and Dr. Loomis show up, they find Laurie screaming and the kid she's babysitting screaming, trying to get away from Michael Myers, and then going into the house to shoot him, and to Michael Myers falling off the balcony. Shut up 6 times! And, you know, and he falls off the balcony into the ground. And we think, you know, as an audience watching this for the first time, like, he's dead, right? He shot him 6 times, he fell off the balcony, he's dead. Nope. You look out at the end of the film, you just hear that music, and you see the imprint of Michael in the grass, but he's gone. But, you know, overall, I love John Carpenter's Halloween. I watched this on repeat throughout the year. Halloween's a great flick just to kick back, relax, have some snacks, have a few drinks, and just enjoy the show. 40 years later, it's still talked about. It's still analyzed. You know, people review it, like, you know, us here at Cinephellas. Utilizing Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode and this character, this iconic scream queen that really set up her career. 40 years later, she's still acting. You know, she'll be in the new Halloween movie that comes out next year. You know, this really started her career, and this is for good reason, because she was top notch. And, you know, being so young, she really played this part well, and Jamie Lee Curtis will always be the best scream queen, in my opinion. Overall, I'm going to give John Carpenter's Halloween from 1978, obviously, a 5 out of 5 pumpkin pieces. Oh, shit. So what do you guys think? Are you guys a fan of the first Halloween film? I'm guessing so. Who wouldn't love this movie? Let us know what you like about it, what you don't like about it. What's your least favorite film in the franchise? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe. This is Logan Myers signing out from Haddonfield, Illinois for the last time this year. Until next year in 31 Days of Horror. Cheers!